Gears of War 3, Uncharted 2 among thieves, Resident Evil 4. As third-person shooters go, we're spoilt for choice. Enter then Binary Domain, Sega's little robot shooter that could, to go head-to-head with the big boys of the genre. How does it fare? Find out in our review. Binary Domain's story is a curious blend of dense sci-fi themes and grade-A cheese. Kicking off with an underwater infiltration of a future Tokyo, the pace never lets up in a plot that takes in hostile bureaucracy, android politics, and visceral warfare. Helping and hindering matters in equal respect is the international cast of characters, stereotypes, and robots.
Unbelievable.
On the checklist, we've got the plucky Chinese marksman Faye, stiff British duo Charles and Rachel, and wisecracking Yanks Dan and his beefy buddy Bo. Bo looks a bit like a blobfish, but we'll let that slide.
Fire in the hole.
So Binary Domain is at its heart a third-person shooter, and in all honesty, a pretty damn good one. What makes it stand out from the crowd is its satisfying robot combat. Simply put, robots are fun to shoot. Merely pulling off a burst of gunfire will only reveal the exposed components ticking away.
That sounds typical. That all you got?
Keep firing amidst the debris and they'll finally fall to the ground, only to pursue you further.
You've got to be kidding me.
Not everything's perfect, though.
I hope you're not expecting a receipt.
As a stop-and-pop shooter, Binary Domain falls flat in its most important mechanic, cover. In a firefight, flinging yourself behind cover becomes an ungraceful ballet of barrel rolls into walls. Not exactly the best tactic with a horde of murderous robots charging you down. Your weaponry is also rather limp, with only the comically large minigun and the bionic charges bringing any kind of variety into the otherwise repetitive range of assault rifles and submachine guns. It's at this time that we come to Binary Domain's most bizarre feature, its voice recognition system. Headset in action, you can bark orders at your teammates to charge, retreat, or attack in quick succession. Despite being touted as affecting your relationship with your team, we can't help but feel that there's little consequence aside from your teammates thinking you're a Burke. If it were more widely implemented throughout the story, it might have been something worth caring about. As it stands, it's just an undercooked use of an underused idea.
Nice to know you're appreciated, huh?
See? Waste the money.
However, it's all brought together in a campaign that is much more than the sum of its robotic parts. Variety is the name of the game here, and Binary Domain offers some spectacular set pieces. For starters, boss fights are awe-inspiring affairs which see you thrown about in a constant struggle for power. A madcap lineup of animal bad guys keeps things fresh and stops the boss fights from becoming samey battles. Whilst a smattering of fun set pieces, like this brief interlude on a jet ski, or this slide sequence, keep the action at a brisk pace.
All you have to do is follow it. Oh, that's all right then.
Binary Domain, however flawed it may be, is far from a bad game. Yeah, it has cheesy plotting and an awful multiplayer, but taken as a single-player experience, it has a style all of its own. The gunfights tense and tight, the action varied, and the robot combat incredibly satisfying. Simply put, Binary Domain is more than just artificial entertainment.